Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.
Yo, what's good, y'all? What's the word? What's going on? How everybody doing out there? Y'all already know what it is, man. We back again, man, for the Tuesday banger. It's Tuesday banger time, and I got one for y'all. Y'all know the count. It's Tuesday banger time. Like I always tell y'all, man, there's no problem giving y'all no Tuesday banger, no Thursday banger, no Saturday bangers. No problem giving out the bangers. As long as y'all can keep promising me y'all gonna keep staying out the way. That's what I need y'all to do, y'all. We staying out the way, y'all, because we just don't want to be locked up for the holidays, man. Ain't nobody trying to go to jail during the holidays. Your court date can get pushed back. You might don't go to court till right before Christmas if you get locked up before Thanksgiving. Man, I'm letting you know now, man, the holidays in jail, prison, wherever you want to be at, they got bars, man. It's the worst place to be, y'all. We must stay out the way for those reasons alone, man. When you locked up during the holidays, it's a lonely time. Every time you look up at the TV, it's some Christmas stuff going on. Every time you turn to a channel on your TV, it's a Christmas movie on. I'm letting y'all know now, when the cards and the mail start coming in and you're looking at your family, celebrating, having a great time like you supposed to be, it's gonna hurt, y'all. So we must stay out the way for those reasons right there alone, y'all. We gonna be out here for these holidays, man. We're not gonna be behind bars. We staying out here, man. So we gonna stay out the way in the process, y'all. That's what we gonna do. But I'm not gonna hold y'all up. Y'all already know what it is. This the Tuesday banger. I need y'all to like, share, and subscribe. If you new, share it out. And like and subscribe, man. But after you do that, turn this video up for me, y'all. I need this video to go up like this. Let's get it, 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 let's get it. Let's go. Y'all already know what it is. But let's get down to business, man. It's time to go. And the story I got for y'all today is called Gang Ties. Yeah, man. Crazy situation. Gotta tell y'all about this one. This is crazy in prison, and I don't want y'all to go. But for everybody who's new to the channel, who haven't watched my channel, I watch my videos, let me go back and rewind the tape and let me explain to y'all how it was in Virginia. For everybody that's not from Virginia as well that's watching my videos, but let me explain to y'all how the gang culture was, how it is, and how it became in Virginia. The only reason I feel like I can speak on this and I'm not in the gang is because I actually seen it. Like when I got locked up, I witnessed no gang members, then I seen all gang members. So like I was there for the whole process of that whole gang culture in Virginia. So like I told y'all, man, like around 2001, 2002, like even when I was in the jail in Virginia Beach, man, like I didn't run across any Bloods and Crips. Me personally, I didn't. I'm not saying it was in there, but I didn't run across any. But what I do know is by the time I was on Sussex 2 around 2003, 2004 is when I started seeing gang members start to come into the system. Now, it wasn't a lot of them. And at first it wasn't even a lot from Tidewater that was coming in there, man. But just to see gang members in Virginia, it was something like everybody that was like, that's not in the gang, everybody looking at it like, what they doing? But I'll say after like a month or like 6 months to a year went by, and it was a million of them, man. And that's just how it goes, man. They end up touching in our state in Virginia, I'll say around 2001, and it's been here ever since. Bloods, Crips, GDs, Vice Lords, all of it is out here. We got all the same gangs everybody got in the other cities. But when it came into the system, y'all, it was a whole different ball game. Like to see that dynamic of no gang members and now gang members, it was wild for me to witness, man. I ain't even gonna lie, man. Like, I can remember the time when it was only like 3, 4 of them, you know what I mean? Then it became, they multiplied like damn gremlins, man. It was a million of them, man. Like, and I'm not lying to y'all about this, man. Like, it was about 4 or 5 of them, and next thing you know, I looked up, it was a lot of them. Next thing you know, I went to the hole, it was more of them when I got out the hole. Like, it just started getting crazy. But once the gangs hit the state, man, like people are gonna break the law. People are gonna do crimes. So when those people break the crimes, a lot of them are gonna be the gang members, man. So the gang members was just coming in there, y'all. Like we had a lot of them in there. I'm not even gonna lie. Now the people that already have gangs in their states, this is nothing new for them to hear about how gangs was. It was something new for us because it wasn't in our state. So I'm gonna take y'all on this one right here, y'all. I'm gonna take y'all to 2005 on this one, y'all. We on Sussex 2 on this one, man. We on Sussex 2. And by now, the gangs are on Sussex 2 right now. And I'm in 4 building on this one, y'all. And I'm in the pod for a little bit now. I'm in the pod for a little while. And I'm in the cell with a dude named C. And me and bro is cooling now. The whole time I've been in this pod, probably like 4 months now. Like I really didn't mess with a lot of dudes around this time. Like I had probably like 3 dudes that I would kick it with and rock with it like that because everybody was in a damn gang. Like I'm letting y'all know now, everybody was banging. Like I didn't want to bang for a lot of reasons, man. Like it just wasn't for me. I just never felt like I was gonna be like, you know, somebody's little homie. Like I didn't never want to be somebody under somebody. Pause. Like I never wanted that situation. Like I just wanted to be my own man, make my own decisions, and do what I wanted to do. Now in the process of this, man, like when I first got on Sussex 2 and they finally moved us to 2C, and we was in 2C in the beginning, it was a dude named Mike, man. He was from Norfolk, man. He was from the town. And I'm not gonna call his real name. I'm gonna call him Mike, man. You know what I mean? For a lot of reasons, bro. K-Home changed his life. That gang shit is in his rear view, so I'm not gonna do him like that. But he is a part of the story, and I'm not gonna say his name. So y'all just work with me on this one. But the dude Mike, he was from Norfolk, and he came to our pod from another prison. Now, when he came to our pod from another prison, like I didn't know he was a blood at the time. You know what I mean? I didn't know he was a blood at the time because, like I'm telling y'all, this is the beginning of the 2000s. So he's from a neighborhood in Norfolk where the gangs end up being a bunch of bloods. They end up being a bunch of bloods, Crips, all that out there. But when he came to our pod, it's like he wasn't pushing like he was a blood. He wasn't doing it like. And then once he found out I was from Norfolk, you know what I mean? And he knew I was way younger than him because I'm way younger at this time. I'm like a dub, 21 years old, something like that. He found out I was from Norfolk, bro, gravitated to me and started kicking it with me. Now, all Mike wanted to do was just play poker. You know what I mean? He wasn't no chump dude. Like, you weren't gonna play him. He was a little taller than me. He had a little size to him. And he was known in the town for being a head buster, man. Like, I already heard about his rep before I met him, about who he was and what he done and what his crime was and all that. You know what I mean? So I knew who bro was. But at the same time, like, when we met, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to see, like, where bro energy at, because my energy wasn't on no, like, trying to be a goon, run around, do no crazy stuff in prison. Like, I'm trying to, like, just do my bid around this time, y'all. I'm not even thinking about getting no money. I'm not thinking about none of this. But when Mike moved in the pod, boom, he started kicking it with me. As he started kicking it with me, we started talking. Then that's when he came out and told me. He was like, look, this is what it is. Now, I was thinking that he had came from another prison, but he did come from another prison, but he actually just got locked back up on a violation. You know what I mean? So he had went home from doing the bid in the 90s, came home in the beginning of the 2000s, caught a violation. So now he's back for a violation, which I don't think he had a lot of time then, but he was telling me, he was like, look, this is what it is, bro. You might as well, you might as well come on and bum home. You might as well, because when you go on the street, everybody's blood. Like, he's like, yo, the whole Norfolk is blood. I'm letting you know now. And he's giving it to me like how it is. He's telling me about different areas in the city, and he's just letting me know. And it sounded really enticing because I saw that he was a guy that kind of was living the way I wanted to live in prison. He gambled it. He won, he gambled, he played poker, shot dice, and he won in both of them. He used to try to get the pat, you know what I mean? He wasn't no chump, he had respect and all that. It was just, he was a blood. So Mike just used to be down on me, y'all. Like, he was just, man, he was pumping that blood stuff at me 100 miles per hour. Worse than the dude on Lawrenceville when I was his roommate. But this is the beginning when I'm young and I can make a dumb decision. But I promise y'all, man, it was like something in me, man. It was something in, because it's easy to get in the gang, y'all. It's easy to be enticed by, you know, like seeing what they got going on, seeing what you could be a part of, be part of a family if you ain't got one. It's easy to be like enticed by the gang, and you'll be able to be in, like, do what they do, and you want to be a part of what they do. It's easy to do that, but it was just some reason I was a different young dude, y'all. I ain't even gonna lie, I was a different young dude, and everything that Mike used to tell me, I used to hear him, but it was just going over my head. I promise y'all, that junk was just going over my head. And I used to just listen to him. He used to be telling me all the stories about how it is and how it was. Now, he told me how he became blood. He said he became blood because he was actually locked up with some dudes in New Jersey. He said he did a bid in New Jersey. He said he did 2 years in New Jersey. He said when he was in New Jersey, he said he ended up meeting some bloods. And this was in the 90s, you know what I mean? He was like, he met some bloods that was from New Jersey, and he been pumping it. He said he just wasn't trying to paint the city, paint his hood. He wasn't doing that yet. But once he seen it started being other dudes from Norfolk that was coming with their own branches of bloods, like he started seeing that. That's when it made him want to start his little chapter of the bloods. You know what I mean? So I'm talking to one of the founders of the Virginia Bloods right here. Like, it was wild, like hearing this type of history, because you would think like 20 some years later, almost 30 years later, like this man was the start of this set right here. And I'm not gonna say a set either, because that's a little too much information too, but he actually was the start of a chapter of the Bloods, not a chapter of the Bloods, but of the set of the Bloods that was in Norfolk. So boom, like he coming at me, bro, you might as well come on, bro. Goddamn, you know what I mean? He talking big, like, yo, like, we gonna do this when you get on the street. Nah, I don't care how much time you got when you get out. You gonna be, you know what I mean? You gonna be under me. You ain't gotta be nobody. Nobody gonna be your big homie but me. Da-da-da-da-da. He making it sound good. I'm like, damn. I'm like, yo, man, Mike, man, man, I don't think I can do it, man. He's like, why not? What you mean? Da-da-da. So he pumped it so much at me, like, I kind of considered it. One day I was like, man, I'm gonna let you know, man, when we come back out tomorrow, man. He was like, man, for real, think about it, man. Think about it, T-Weezy, man. I'm letting you know. It's official, bro. We're gonna do it in here and we're gonna do it out there. So I'm just like, man, I thought about it, and I just was like, I can't do it. I was like, I can't do it. I promise you. I came back out and I told him. He was like, he seen me, and I didn't say nothing about it. He seen me, he looking at me like, and I'm looking at him. I seen him looking, I was like, and he was like, there you go. Now, he didn't hold it against me that I didn't join his organization. He didn't hold that against me, y'all. Like, he didn't look at that like I was trying to be petty, or I was a nigga that was acting like I was too good to join his own organization. He just looked at it like, damn, I think he really respected that I made my own decision. I wasn't enticed by the glamorous parts of being in a gang. I wasn't enticed by those things. Even being a young dude in penitentiary, I wasn't enticed by it, y'all, for several reasons, man. I just felt like I didn't want to be part of a group. I didn't want to be attached to dudes that I feel like I have to put it all on the line for. And that's one of the main reasons I never joined the gang. But boom, now when bro was in the pod, like everything was smooth because I'm rocking with him. Like me and him didn't rock like we hanging, because by this time now it's starting to be Bloods that come up there now. So as Bloods starting to come up there, you know, he's going to his peoples. He's starting to get with his peoples. Boom, 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 boom. Time is going on. So this was in the beginning, y'all. What I'm telling y'all about this. You fast forward the tape back to where I started from. Now we're in 4 building in 05. So now bro has been on the compound now. The dude Mike has been on the compound now probably like 2 years. You know what I mean? Two years. He got 2 years under his belt. The Bloods has grew tremendously. You know what I mean? It's to the point in there where like you don't like the Bloods has it on smash as far as like when it comes to gang activity, man. Like if you was a Crip, it would have been, it's hard repping that around that time. Like I know it's nothing against the Crips. It's just how it was in Virginia. It just wasn't a lot of them in the beginning. It's a lot of them now, but in the beginning there wasn't a lot of them, man. But it's around this time I'm talking about, the Bloods had it on smash, y'all. I ain't even gonna lie. So like I say, we in 4D. And everything going smooth. Now, my roommate C, that I'm in the cell with at this time, he's a cool dude. He's not from Norfolk. He's from Virginia Beach. And me and him was cool. I think I spoke about him in another story before, in a 4 building story. But like, he was another dude that like wasn't enticed by getting in the gang. And that was another reason that me and him was like compatible roommates, and we was cool. You know what I mean? Even with him being from the beach and I'm from Norfolk, even though it's nothing like that, but it was just like, we were just like good cellies. You know what I mean? So we used to always talk about it. We used to always talk about how like dudes get trapped in gangs easily, how crazy it is, how you shouldn't do it, how it's a no-go and all that. But it was just one dude in the pod, you know what I mean, that was kind of like a prime target for a gang member, man. And this dude just so happened to be from Norfolk, man. And he so happened to be a dude that I jive kicking with sometimes. He was one of the 3 dudes that I actually kick it with in the pod. Now, while we in there, it was like, I tried my hardest, y'all, to kind of like make sure, like I was really like a young dude, but I was a big brother to this dude right here. Cause by now in 05, I'm like what, 23? I'm like 23 years old, 20 going on 23 or something like that. And the dude I'm about to talk about, man, he was only like a dub. So he was like the age I was, you know what I mean? But he had just got on Sussex, and then he come from straight from receiving, and they moved him in our pod. So boom. when they move him in our pod, this dude I'm actually talking about, his name is Duke, by the way. My bad, I forgot to left that out. Pardon me on that, but his name is Duke, man. So by the time they moved Duke into the pod, goddamn, Duke, he came in the pod. He come, you know, when you come from receiving, you just get in penitentiary, you don't have nothing. You don't have no clothes, you don't have no shoes, you don't have no commissary, you don't have no TV, you don't got nothing. You start from the beginning, you know what I mean? That's how it is when you just come in penitentiary. So he came in there with nothing, you know what I mean? But he didn't look like a dude that was about to get something either, man. He just kind of looked like he was a little, you know what I mean? He was young, little brown skinned dude, you know what I mean? He was a little smaller than me. He wasn't a little dude at all. He was a little smaller than me. And when he came in the pod, the old dude that be cleaning up, he was like, where you from? I heard him talking to him. He was like, I'm from Norfolk. So when he said that, I see him, I'm like, oh shit, you from Norfolk, bro? He was like, yeah. So I walked over there to him and shit. I'm like, where you just come from? You know what I mean? We got to talking, he got to kicking. He started telling me he just got locked up. I was like, where you from? Now he told me he was from an area in Norfolk that wasn't it wasn't like one of the crazy hoods, but he is from Ocean View. So what I'm about to tell y'all is gonna tie into all this. But he said he was from Ocean View in Norfolk. So goddamn, he was like, look, man, he was like, yo, I know a lot of people. I was in a jail with a lot of dudes that's up here that's bloods, you know what I mean? So he started asking me, did I know like a couple of blood members? And I'm like, nah, I don't know those dudes, bro. Like, I don't know none of those dudes, you know what I mean? He like, yeah, man, he's like, I was cool with them when we was in the jail, you know what I mean? So I took a little liking to him at first intro of me and him meeting and stuff, because he didn't ask me for nothing. He wasn't on the worst stuff. He didn't look like he was a Viking. He just was a cool little young dude that was green to the system. You know what I mean? Now I didn't feel like I had to worry about him by protecting him from predators and stuff like that. Now it wasn't nothing like that. He wasn't that green, but when I say green, he was green to like I could see him being like, you know what I mean, enticed by how it is with the gangs. So Duke used to draw a lot, man. Like that was his only thing that he had that I seen that would take him away from a lot of stuff. Now, as the time went on and me and bro started kicking it, you know what I mean? I started paying him to make me cards, you know what I mean? He was good. I would buy the material from the dude in the library and he would make me cards. And I would dispatch before me and my wife had broke up around this time, but this is around the time. I'm talking to a couple of friends around this time. So I'm sending a couple of cards out, you know what I mean? Goddamn, I started paying bro every week to make me 2 cards. So boom, I used to pay him like that. I used to give him 8 suits, man. Bro never had nothing. Like Duke never had nothing, man. He never went to commissary. And I used to tell him like, yo, bro, listen, if you a dude in prison that don't go to commissary, bro, you better get your ass a job. I said, bro, go work in the kitchen, go work any damn where, bro. You gotta go to commissary for a lot of reasons, bro, to get your hygiene for one, and food comes after that. But I'm like, you must have a job. So he just started telling me like, man, like, you know, like he don't really think he can work nowhere. He'd rather just hustle, try to draw, and you know what I mean? He was like, if I can invest in him, he wanted me to like get the color pencils and order him the markers and all that. And I ain't gonna lie, Duke could draw, man. I ain't gonna lie. He could do portraits, you know what I mean? He could do cartoon characters. He know how to color good. Like he was just an all-around good drawer. I ain't even gonna lie. So dudes really started dealing with him in the pod as far as drawing, not on a big scale like I seen from another dude when I first got in penitentiary, but like at a scale where like he'll be able to support himself slightly off this stuff right here. So as time went on, me and Duke used to just always kick it. Like we'll be at the table playing dominoes, you know what I mean? If he ain't drawing or if I ain't doing that, and we'll be in there talking. And one day I just asked him like, damn, bro, like that's crazy. I was like, man, for real, bro, like, you know what I mean? I think, matter of fact, it was crazy because I'm kind of complaining a little bit. And he brought me to reality as a younger dude. Like I told you, I was like a big bro to him. So it was like he brought me back to reality. And it was real talk what he said. But like we at the table playing dominoes, boom, and they passing the mail out and stuff. So the mail coming around, and we see the lady coming around with the mail. She passing the mail out and she calling names and she going to doors. And I'm waiting on, like when you in prison in penitentiary back in this time, your people had to send your money order. Boom, they'll send your money order. When you get the money order, it still takes like a working day for them to send the receipt to you. Once you get the receipt, that's when the money is on your books. So a lot of times because of that procedure right there, y'all, you will miss your commissary a lot if it wasn't sent on the right day. Like if commissary sheets are being passed out Monday and they collecting them Tuesday, they're gonna cut the money on Wednesday. So you wanna have your money there by Monday because it takes a working day on Tuesday. So by the time they cut the money on Wednesday, when you fill your sheet in, turn it in, you will still get your commissary. Now, if you lack it on those little days like that, you're going to get clapped, and you think you're going to be waiting for your commissary, and then people call commissary and your name ain't going to be called. They're going to call your name for whatever money you got left on your books, and it could be 1 suit. I done went out there before and got 1 suit, mad as hell. Damn, money late as a bitch, mad as hell, man. So Like, I'm at the table playing dominoes with him, and I see the lady go to buy sale, and she did a drive-by, and I'm like, man, no, I thought Mom Duke said she sent the money. Like, damn, this is crazy as hell, man. So I'm mad. I'm like, man, Mom Duke's wildin', man. Now I'm gonna miss, bro. I'm gonna miss Story. I'm crying about it. Like, and he like, yo, bro, be happy you got your mom, bro. Be happy you got your mom. I'm like, what? He like, man, be happy you got your mom, bro. I ain't got no mom or no dad. I'm like, how the hell you ain't got no mom or no dad? He was like, bro, listen, bro. He was like, man, my cousin adopted me, bro, when I was like way young, like 3-4 years old. He was like, man, my mama and daddy, I don't know where they at, man. He was like, I don't remember them. They never came back for me and none of that. He was like, my cousin never speak on it. Every time I ask her about it, she won't no speak on it or nothing. So he was like, I guess she don't rock with my mom and dad. But he was like, she raised me, man. Like, she raised me the best she could in Norfolk. You know what I mean? He was like, but I never had a mom and dad. He was like, my cousin is like my mom. So I'm like, damn, just to hear bro say that, I'm like, damn. So I'm like, so how your cousin feel about you being locked up? He was like, man, she upset with me, man. Now, Duke was locked up for some crazy shit. Like, not crazy, but like, he was one of those dudes that he did a lot of stealing and stuff like that. He did a lot of stealing. So he was telling me he had so much grand larceny charges and all that type of stuff for stealing. He said he was on probation and all that. He said they gave him the max. They gave him the max, which the max was 13 years. So he had a 13-year sentence. You know what I mean? So like, he was coming home probably like, but after me but right before me or something like that. I can't remember. I know my release date was in 17. He probably was a little under me with 13 years, but like, he was sick about the 13 years, and he's supposed to be, because he didn't do a violent crime. He just had a bunch of stealing charges. So like, he was telling me about that, and he was like, his cousin was so disappointed and used to always tell him, don't be stealing, don't do this. But he was like, he was a nympho with it. He was like, that's what he did, and that's what he used to get him the money and this and that. So I'm like, damn, bro, they gave you 13 years, bro. They gave you Dan Marino, bro. God damn, bro, they gave you. He was like, yeah. I'm like, bro, I got 18, so you got less than me, bro. You know what I mean? So he like, how long you been locked up? We started just kicking it, boom, 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 boom. He telling me like, man, he was like, for real, man, like, I ain't got no family, bro. He was like, my cousin like disowned me. You know what I mean? She said she'll see me when I get out. Hopefully prison can make me grow up. I said, she told you that? He was like, yeah. And she said, don't write her and she ain't coming to see me. So I'm like, bro, you ain't got nobody, bro. Like nobody. He was like, bro, I have nobody, man. He was like, I have nobody. I'm all on my own in here. He said, the only thing I got is these color pencils and shit to draw. This is how I'm gonna eat. I was like, damn. I said, yo, that's wild, man. So like, me and him just used to kick it, man. Like, he just became kind of like my kick it partner in that pod. Like, me and him was cool, you know what I mean? So I'm just like, damn, man. Like, you know what I mean? I felt bad, like seeing somebody, y'all, that like they didn't have nobody, like don't have nobody. You know what I mean? Never had nobody. Like, and now this is where he at. This is where he's at. He's in prison. You know what I mean? Suffering behind never having parents. You know what I mean? Like, that's why as parents, we must stay in these kids' lives long as, you know what I mean, we can. Even when they're super young, like, there's no reason for we not to be able to raise our children if we have kids, man. If you have kids, you're supposed to be able to raise your kids. Don't have kids if you're not trying to raise them, man. Because things like this happen, man. You see dudes in prison all the time that never had parents, and that's the reason. They never had discipline. They never had nobody to tell them right from wrong. All that shit counts, man. So like, if you're not able to take care of your child, don't have a child, man, period, man. But just to see Duke in a situation like that, like, I kind of like felt like I never had to worry about him doing stupid stuff, because he stayed out the way like me. You know what I mean? Like, he was more laid back like me. You know what I mean? He didn't smoke weed, none of that. He didn't do nothing. He just wanted to keep some little food, make sure he got his little hygiene from scrambling. That's all he wanted to do. So right when everything going good and me and bro chilling, you know what I mean? This when the devil always come in, man. Like, it's crazy. Like, and I ain't calling bro the devil, but like, just to see how it all played out, like, it's crazy because this is how it played out. But like, me and bro, this was cool and everything was smooth. And next thing you know, look up, somebody getting out the hole. It's Mike. That's word. I see him coming. He see me. He like, hey, oh shit, T Weezy, what's up, nigga? What's good? And then he looked and he saw Duke. He was like, oh shh. Man, he was like, nigga, what you doing in here, nigga? Duke was like, he had this dumbass look on his face, like he was blushing slightly. He was like, Dude was like, man, I can't believe you in here, man. I was like, oh, you know Duke? He was like, yeah, man. He was like, I raised this little nigga. This nigga was a baby, man. He was like, I used to mess with his cousin. I'm like, oh, so the cousin that raised Duke, you know what I mean? Black used to rock. I'm like, damn, so this is getting weird. So I'm he like, damn, man. He was like, man, I ain't talked to your cousin in years, man. He was like, so when I came home the first time, I ain't never get in contact with him. He was like, damn, bro, like, how long you in here? So Duke started telling him, boom, boom, boom. They start talking, you know what I mean? And next thing you know, goddamn, he walked with Mike to his cell. Mike went to his cell, goddamn, put his stuff up. Duke over there the whole time talking to him, you know what I mean? I'm not paying no mind at the time. I mean, I know Mike is big blood, you know what I mean? I know he a big blood. Now, Duke, he might don't know this at the time, but I'm gonna tell him after this conversation. Like, I rock with both of them, but still, I'm gonna keep it regulated, y'all. Like, I'm gonna definitely warn Mike. I mean, I'll warn Duke that Mike is the top blood. Like, he's gonna try to bring you home, bro. He did it to me a million times. You know what I mean? So, boom. Goddamn. They kicked it for a minute. They kicked it the whole time. Made his bed up, kicked it. You know what I mean? They came out, they walked the child together. You know what I mean? I'm walking the child, my roommate, goddamn, walking the child. He was like, goddamn, Duke, no, bro. I was like, yeah, you know, man. He was like, he said he raised him. He was like, for real? He was like, oh, so he used to be on Ocean View. I was like, he had to be, because that's where Duke from. You know what I mean? I was like, damn, that's wild as a bitch, man. I'm like, yo, that's wild, man. I'm like, damn. You know what I mean? He got like a family member, dude, like a family. He said he's to mess with his cousin. He said his cousin the one raised him. He's like, yeah, that's wild. He's like, man, hopefully he don't try to bring that nigga home. You know what I mean? So boom, we go to child, come back. We in the pod, boom. He get Duke on the phone. He get on the phone. He put Duke on the phone to make a three-way to call his cousin. Boom, Duke put him on the phone with his cousin. You know what I mean? Goddamn, I was saying in my head, I thought his cousin told Duke never call him again. I'm like, what the hell Duke got going on, man? But he put Mike on the phone with his cousin, man. He was talking to his cousin. Boom, he got reacquainted. Goddamn, Duke pulled up over there where we was at. I'm like, what's up, bro? You all right? You know what I mean? What's going on? He was like, man, I'm good, man. Everything good. You know what I mean? I'm like, damn, right. I'm like, bro, don't forget about the cards you got to do. He was like, all right, I got you. Boom. Goddamn, Mike got on the phone. Mike came over there where we was at. He was like, man, what the hell y'all niggas be doing over there and shit? He was like, yo, look. Who homie in here though? He was like, I ain't even asked earlier, but he was like, goddamn, who homie in this bitch though? Like, you know, he was like, you know, I don't F with all these niggas in here, like in penitentiary, that's blood, but still, who homie in this joint? So I'm like, dude right there, blood. Dude right there, blood. I was like, they cool niggas too. They get some bloods in here. You know what I mean? Boom, he's like, all right, he push. He go over there and start hollering at them and shit. Boom, 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 boom. Get to talking and shit. And you know, back then, like that, you know what I mean? Like, that's back when dudes was like G-checking dudes. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know if it goes down like that now. But I know in Virginia, like back then, like you have a dude and a dude come in the joint or he knew and he come in the pod or some damn way. He tell me he blood dude, like, yo, who you be? And you better know your lingo. You better know what you're supposed to say. Because if you don't, that's automatic. Dudes get at you. I done seen it happen. So like, they G-checking Mike is on point. He reversed the G-check and triple check their ass. Like, he just going back and you see them building and then next thing you know, like they just gracefully like kind of like was with bro. You know what I mean? Mike was already older. Like around this time right here, I'm 23. Mike is like 33. You know what I mean? He's already an older dude, you know what I mean? So the younger bloods, they gravitated to him ASAP. So boom. As soon as he come in the pod and shit, man, like, he back on, like, blood status crazy. Like, they having meetings, they deep as a bitch. Everybody around. Goddamn, he got the bloods around. He on the yard. He got them niggas around because he was just in 2 building. You know what I mean? Where I was at, you know what I mean? He left 2 building, went to 4 building. By the time I went to 4 building, I didn't see him. So I guess that's when he was in the hole. He got out the hole and came back to 4 building. So, like, he just out there like he never left. You know what I mean? Like, he's one of the top. He's one of the top of the tops. So, boom, he kicking it. You know what I mean? So boom, 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 boom. Goddamn, everybody like, yo, boom, he's the guy. He's the one, man. You know what I mean? I'm not saying he was the leader or stamped the leader, but the way they used to treat him back then, it was like he was the one, man. So boom. Goddamn, we come back in the bar and shit. Goddamn, that nigga C was at, the nigga Duke was at the table drawing and shit. He ain't even go outside. We come back, nigga drawing and shit, nigga doing something. This my word, nigga. Mike walked up to him. He was like, she grabbed the paper. He was like, man, what the hell is this you drawing? He was like, man, you ain't gonna get no money doing this shit, man. I told you what to do, man. Your ass bullshitting, man. I'm looking like, this man just grabbed the paper out of his notebook. I'm like, this. So I'm looking at it, right? Like, I can't really intervene. Like, I rock with Duke, you know what I mean? But Duke is somebody that gotta, like, you gotta give dudes opportunity to stand on their own too. You can't be in there like you protecting dudes like a lot of y'all be saying in y'all comments, I should have done this and done that and done this. And you gotta be in these predicaments to be able to make those decisions and say you would have done this and done that, because it sounds good when you typing it on your keyboard saying what I should done, man. But like around this time right here, Mike is my homeboy and Duke is my homeboy. Now, Duke got to be strong enough to kind of clap him like I was doing. You know what I mean? Like he has to be strong enough to do that. So, boom, goddamn, Duke get up like, man, stop playing. Goddamn, Mike, what you doing, man? Come on, man. He's like, yo, man, what I tell you, man? He's like, look, walk with me, man. He grabbed him. He's like, walk with me, man. Mike walking with him. He got him like this. He walking. He like, they walking laps around the block. He talking to him, nigga, you nigga. I'm like, I'm just standing in the cut like, shit crazy. So boom, they finished that conversation. Goddamn, that nigga Mike said, hey T-Weezy, hey come here T-Weezy, come here. He was like, hey look, please tell him I was trying to bring you home 2 years ago. Please let him know I handpick everybody that I bring home. Please let him know everything I do about this blood stuff is official. I was like, I didn't even know how to answer that question. I was like, he did try to bring me home. I told him I was good. I was like, but you know, bro, Mike is Mike. That's big bro. You know what I mean? Mike is Mike. You know what I mean? That's who he is. So, whatchamacallit, Duke looking like, yeah, man, like, you know, he was like, man, matter of fact, look, this is what we gonna do. When we go to program tonight, when we go to program, bro, I'm gonna take you to meet my homies, bro. I'm gonna take you to meet my homies, bro, downstairs. So, dude was like, all right. I'm like, all right. All right. I can't, listen, bro, it's your life. I've been looking out for you. I've been making sure you're straight just on the strength you from the town. But you got to make your own decisions in there, man. So, boom, they go to program. Goddamn, they come back from program. You know what I mean? Come back, he's still talking to Mike. Mike take him way in the back. They talking, they still talking, they still talking. They still talking, you know what I mean? I'm like, damn, going on. I'm like, man, this shit crazy. So, goddamn. Boom, they finished talking. We come back out for the last count. We come back out. I see Duke. I'm like, yo, Duke. I'm like, what's up, bro? God damn, we ain't playing dominoes. What's up? He like, oh, I'm gonna holler at you. I'm gonna holler at you. He go to Mike's cell. Boom. He go to Mike's cell. All the other bloods that was in our party at the cell, they right there and shit. So I come down the steps and I see it. And they kind of grouped up and stuff. Like, they kind of like everybody together. Everybody together looking all, you know what I mean? Everybody looking all serious and, you know what I mean? As I'm coming down the steps, y'all, I'm like, cause I called him from the top 10. I'm like, yo, hey, dude. I'm like, yo, what's up, bro? Goddamn, we ain't gonna, you know what I mean? We ain't playing dominoes, bro. He like, give me a second. He disappeared on the steps. Now, goddamn, Mike slept in cell 14, so it was like, I gotta come down the steps to see his cell. So I come down the steps, y'all, I'm like, I'm looking as I'm coming down, I'm like, I see dude, I'm like, I don't see Mike at first. I just see them other dudes that's gang members. I'm like, hey, what's up? Walk over there. I'm like, yo, Duke, what's up? You good? He like, oh, yeah. I'm good. As he's saying I'm good, he's taking his button-down shirt off. He like, yeah, I'm good. I'm like, you good? I'm like, yo, let me holler at you, man. Goddamn, I tried to grab him. Goddamn, Mike come out the cell. Mike was like, yo, T-Weezy, look, you ain't got nothing to do with this. Look, you ain't got nothing to do with this. Matter of fact, let me holler at you. I'm like, but it's like he came aggressive, but he was like the big bro of the town around this time when I was in there. Like, he was like the big bro of Norfolk. One of the big bros, even though he was a blood, I met him in that type of role. Like, before he got as powerful and big that he is now. So, like, the way he came at me, I didn't take it like he was pumping, like, wreck at me, like pumping some BS, like he want to fight me. But he came out serious. He made sure he let me know I was serious. He was like, yo, T-Weezy, look, let me holler at you. And he kind of like pushing me back for me and him can walk. And I'm like, and I'm looking at the other dudes, and we just turned around. Boom, we walked to the back. He like, yo, look. He was like, yo, look, you ain't got nothing to do with this. You ain't got nothing to do with this right here. He was like, look, that little nigga my family. You know what I mean? I know that little nigga since he was young. He was like, goddamn, if he gonna be in here with me, that nigga got to be homie. He said, now for you, goddamn, I respect that you made your own decision. But he was like, for this decision right here, respect me and don't have nothing to do with this. Don't try to goddamn tell bro not to do it and be like you and all that. He was like, I respect your decision. But he was like, this my family. He got to make his own damn decision right now. I'm like, right now? He was like, right now. He said, bro, I'm trying to find, why you think I try to bring you home? He said, I need dudes I can trust. I'm like, damn, bro, think this Compton, like he on. I'm like, bro, wild as shit. I'm like, man, all right, bro. I'm like, yo, bro, listen, I'm gonna stay out of it, man. Like, Like, you know, I rock with bro, but it's his decision. I said, I came down the steps like that because I was thinking he was about to wreck them niggas. I ain't see you over there. I didn't know what was going on. He was like, oh nah, he about to get his he about to get in. He gotta get jumped in. I forgot what they call it. It was something that they call it. I can't remember. I'm not in the gang, but whatever it is when you get jumped in the gang is what he said. And he was like, he about to get that right now. You know what I mean? He said, all us gotta touch him. He said, all us gotta touch him. I said, all of y'all, there's already 3 dudes. I said, 3 dudes and you. He's like, all us gotta touch him. All us gotta touch him. His face like this when he said, all us gotta touch him. All us gotta touch him. I was like, oh y'all. I was like, all right, man. So boom. As he's saying that, my roommate coming down the steps with his ice, and me and him just finishing up our conversation, walking from the back. So my roommate went to get some ice. Boom. I go sit at the table where me and Duke usually go play dominoes at. I sit down. My roommate comes sit beside me. He noticed a lot of dudes over there by this cell. So he looking. He like, what's going on over there? I said, bro, say word Duke in there, bro. Duke about to get jumped in the goddamn bloods. He was like, man, you lying, man. I was like, man, that's my good word, bro. I said, man, bro ain't ready to be no damn blood, man. He was like, man, you gotta let niggas make their own decision. I was like, you right. I said, goddamn, Mike pulled up on me, was like, yo, stay out of it. Don't try to, you know what I mean? I was like, he right. That shit ain't my business, man. I was like, but I rock with bro, though. You know what I mean? I rock with bro, man. Goddamn, we sit at the table, y'all. Goddamn, that shit. All you hear is this. Heard a mean ass combo. That's just a. I said, God damn, that shit, niggas look in the pod, niggas like, I'm like, I ain't even gonna look, I just listen to that shit. It didn't last too long, but 2 minutes or something like a 2-minute fight when niggas jumping you was a long ass fight. And he went in there and got down, that shit, got down. Little time went on. You didn't hear no more fighting. Next thing you know, you seen the blood dude standing that was holding the door down. You get the door open. The door open up, you see Mike come out, that jump first. Mike come out fixing his clothes. Mike like, yeah, he come out like this. Mike like, that nigga was jumping. That nigga came out of the cell. That came out of the cell. That nigga was like, yeah, that's my little nigga. That's my little nigga right there. That's my little nigga, come here. That's my little nigga. Niggas come out like, yeah, homie. Yeah, homie. Yeah, homie. He doing the handshake like, yeah. And I'm looking at Duke, he like, that nigga lip bleeding, his eye look a little black, goddamn. He a little tinted up over here. He like, I'm like, it's his decision, man. I have nothing against gangs, but it's just sometimes like, it's not meant for everybody. You feel what I'm saying? Like, if y'all can get what I'm saying, it's not meant for everybody, y'all. But long story short on that, man, Duke went in there, Duke got his ass whooped, and he came out a goddamn blood. But y'all gotta stay tuned for the next one, y'all. Part 2 coming. Y'all be patient, y'all already know the count. Let's go.
Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way, if you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous. Did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments can pay for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes.